What is up, guys? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm sorry about the delays. It's your guy, Imprayer. We're back. We're doing another React segment, this time from a video from Cheddar. Why New York City taxi drivers are drowning in debt. I was unaware of this situation. I didn't know it was a problem, but let's watch it, see if we can learn something new. Hope you guys enjoy.
What started as a small fleet of little red cars over 100 years ago has turned into a bustling system of thousands of yellow cabs.
They used to be little red cars?
Despite years of turmoil, the taxi has
That's
become
new
an
to me.
icon of this buzzing metropolis. But being a cab driver these days, it's tough. The combination of the COVID-19 pandemic, competitors like Uber and Lyft,
That's
and
my
city
biggest thing.
scandal has left
Like,
many
Uber
cabbies
and
hundreds
Lyft
of
are like
thousands of dollars in debt.
huge now. It's kind of like, why take a taxi when you can just take a Uber? It's a lot more convenient, you know? That usually the cars are a little bit nicer because they're usually personal vehicles, so they're usually a little bit nicer. They're usually personal vehicles meant for Uber or Lyft, so therefore they're even nicer for that, as opposed to one of your
My name is Richard Chow. I'm
shanky
driving
old
for cab 16
cabs.
years.
Dang, he's been driving a cab for
The
16
people that
years.
trust the yellow cab. We are iconic. Yellow cabs are our landmark, you know.
In 2006,
medallion owner.
Richard Chow purchased a permit to operate his own yellow cab in New York City. This permit, called a medallion, is a tin plate attached to the hood of a taxi. Medallions were once viewed as a valuable long-term investment. For medallion owner drivers like Richard, this piece of tin was akin to owning a house, and it cost about as much.
I paid
That's a lot of dollar signs.
$410,000.
What in
Richard was
the-
able to set his own hours and was no longer beholden to leasing out a medallion-clad taxi from a fleet. By 2014, the value of a medallion inflated to over $1 million. Drivers could sell their medallion for more than they paid for it and retire comfortably. There was a time when the idea of a medallion losing its value was
That's
beyond
kind of
belief.
crazy.
Its value steadily rose every year, and with a fixed number of them available, about 13,000, it was easy to sell if a driver couldn't make the loan payments. But this was before ride-sharing.
That's crazy. I didn't know
the
that.
medallion market crashed. Today,
Crashed
medallion
because of
is worth
things
less
like
than
Uber.
$100,000, leaving many owner-drivers, the majority of them immigrants, in the lurch.
Before we make money, we make American dream. Now medallion prices have crashed. We lost everything. We have 6,000 medallion owners frustrated, devastated. We lost investment, retirement. We lost everything.
Bro, that's insane.
According to a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigation by the New York Times, it was all due to a predatory lending scheme that often
That's
targeted immigrants who
crazy.
didn't know what they were signing up for. Much like the 2008 housing crisis, medallion owners were left with
Okay, see,
astounding
so the
amounts of debt.
2008 housing crisis, I'm a lot more familiar with that just
9
because
of
my
them
mom's
have
done
died
real
by
estate my entire
suicide
life.
in the last
And so,
several
like,
years.
that really affected us in the
Richard Chow's
house
brother was one of
in
them.
2008.
My brother's
That's
name
crazy.
is Kenny Chow. He saw me.
My dad
I
got
bought a
laid off of his
medallion
job in the
to
same
make
year.
American
It
dream,
was,
and he saved the money. He
that
bought
was
a
a rough year.
$700,000.
That was a rough year.
My brother unable to pay back the bank, the mortgage.
Fellow driver Augustine Tang also knew Kenny.
That's
He had more hope
crazy.
than I did. He was saying the city has to do something right. But again, a year passed by, 2 years passed by, and couldn't survive, and it was a lot to take.
2018, he committed suicide near Gracie Mansion, the East River.
That's insane.
It's hard. These guys deserve better.
This is all stuff I had no idea went on.
It's stories like this that brought many drivers out to City Hall to protest the debt. It's a fight that gained more urgency in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. While before, there were about 10,500 taxis on the streets, that number was reduced to about 3,500 over a year into the pandemic.
If you don't want to learn how to buy houses legally,
Bro, that's
with $10
insane. Like,
and then
I
flip
didn't
it,
even know all of this was an issue. This is crazy for me to hear about and see. Like, I didn't even know it was an issue. But hey, you learn something new every day, right?
We're gonna be pulled down, march, and we're gonna be end up right in here. Follow me, please.
So I'm guessing an extremely large majority of these people were cab drivers at the time.
We are asking for your mercy. We are asking for your help. And we want you to listen.
I'm guessing a lot of them took out crazy
The city's one
loans.
of the central culprits behind the collapse of the medallion market. The city engaged in deceptive advertising and speculative auctions and turned a blind eye to predatory loans. And the city has a moral
Predatory loans.
responsibility to make these drivers whole.
In October 2021,
Yep.
the
That was
city
my
approved
biggest
a $65
suspect.
million grant program to restructure debt. But the drivers' union fought back, saying this would help lenders more than it would help drivers. In response to the city's plan, the New York Taxi Workers Alliance staged a rally and protest outside City Hall.
People are mad. They feel like
The
they're not being
protest
heard.
went on for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I sleeping down overnight in my car.
For 12 days, many of us have not had any food because we have wanted and needed to shock the consciousness of New York City as well as the financial institutions that hold these loans.
I wonder where where a lot of these people are going to get their loans.
I signed up for 2 days. I didn't think I could make it to day 8, but here we are.
Richard, who lost his brother, continued the fight for a better future for himself and the rest of his fellow medallion owners.
I'm fighting for the hunger strike for 10 days today. We are stay hopeful. We are keep going fighting for justice and fairness.
After years of tension, nearly 50 days of non-stop protesting and a hunger strike, a deal was finally struck on November 3rd, 2021. Many drivers will get millions more dollars of debt relief.
We have seen drivers who are here with us today who are being asked to pay more than $3,800 a month. And now that driver will pay $1,122. Brothers and sisters of the New York Taxi Workers Alliance, we did it!
$3,800 a month?
Together, we did this.
You can pay your mortgage. You can feed your children. But it wouldn't have happened without you.
What you did, once again, because you were strong.
What is included in that?
Your voices were heard.
Give it up to the one and only Richard
So today's I'm saving my life, my home, and saving 6,000 medallion owner and their family.
For us, we are just so happy to be out of it. And knowing when we chant, no more suicides, no more bankruptcies, we really mean it. And it's there's no more, you know, and I'm very happy about that.
That's insane. Learn something new every day, you know?
The fight's not over. There's still so many things that needs to be changed within the industry. I mean, for many of us, we know we have to build this union, build on this momentum.
You cannot change anything. Like a Empire State Building, the yellow cab, also this is our landmark.
I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it goes for taxi drivers and companies, but I mean, I can't even remember the last time I actually took a taxi. Actually, I think I took a taxi on my way to the hotel in Vegas, but I think that was the last time, and that was the only time while I was there I took a taxi. Every other time, even to get back to the airport, that was an Uber, I think. I'm pretty sure every other time I had to get a vehicle, it was an Uber, not a taxi. And then before that, I can't even tell you the last time I got a taxi was. I don't know. That's insane to think about. Hope you guys enjoyed the vehicle, or the video. Come catch us in the next one.